Right. This might be a long video, or it might be a lot of short videos, I don't know. So, spam. There are 3 in spam. Gary Mendham in spam response video. I'll get back to you, maybe even in this video, Gary. And Nat Solgenheimer, 2 of his are in likely spam, so I'll knock all that across. All approve. Publish comments. Right. Okay, I'll tell you, I've been shopping, and I've been thinking while I've been shopping. It hasn't been a very good shopping trip because I've been thinking, and I'm not, yeah, I am slightly bothered, but only with myself, because I'm still obsessing about that comment of a couple of days ago that went, life can have problems, just do as you will, choose to do as you will, or whatever it was. And as I say, I'm obsessing about it. But I see clearly that it is representative of them. But what I think I want to say clearly is it's them that are balanced, and we are unbalanced. We're wrong. No, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to stop the we thing. I'm going to try and do more I. But as it gets personal about me, I'm liable to get upset and throw my toys out of the pram and take all the videos down and go away for a few months. But I think it's better than the we thing. I'm not right in the head, but the person that made the comment is. They are adapted, he, she or it is adapted to life. I am not. They would not obsess about a comment. I do. See, I could tell you again why I'm obsessing about it. It's because of its uselessness, its vacuousness, its asinine stupidity. But I've been thinking about it because I've been obsessing about it. And it's not. All it is saying something. It's like saying, hello, how are you today? Oh, all right, thank you very much, thank you. And it's just saying something like that. You're not expected to, somebody says, how are you? You're not expected to think, how am I? I do. You just say the right thing back. And a lot of things that are said, an awful lot of things that are said, aren't meant to mean anything. Now, I speak and write as though somebody could come back to me and say, what did you mean there? And I would be able to explain, most of the time, what I was trying to say or write in the comment or video. Because I was saying it or writing it to mean something. It wasn't vacuous. It wasn't just a throwaway, fill-in space sort of thing. It was actually meant to mean something. Now, the comment that I'm obsessing about, I can see wasn't meant to mean anything. It was just something to say. And the adapted people can go through life just saying things for the sake of saying things. But to people who understand, who can receive that sort of information and then give back something equally vacuous. I rather prefer that words mean something. Otherwise, I can't really see the point of saying them. But this is why I don't do company. I don't do public. It's a great strain for me to do public, because I can just about do this talking for no apparent reason. But I'm not exhausted afterwards, but I know how much it tires me, and I just don't like it. And it just shows that that's just one comment that keeps going round and round. I can work it as much as I want, but I'll never find any sense in it, because there was never meant to be any sense into it. And this is about, it's me and them now. Them, like television, there's not meant to be any sense in it. It's just getting on. That's what it is. It's getting on. Now, I'm not a member of the community. I'm the sort of person that thought of the expression, there must be something more to this, early in life, and have never actually given up on it. Now, this is sad for me. It's not sad for them that gave up on it years ago and didn't decide to. It just so happened that they just did drop it and got on with life. I'm still obsessing about looking for something, that there must be something more than this. Right. Where should I go? This probably isn't the best way to do things. Comments. So as they come to my head, the Gary video, because I've just seen it. You can see, Gary, I'll probably get to your video and I'll probably watch it, but I probably won't say anything. I'm not in any fit state to go talking to you. Becca, confusion with her. Don't understand. Again, it was probably something that was said, and I'm just not capable of understanding the meaning of what was said. I'm just not on that, in that world, on that wavelength. Don't understand. There's a couple of things. Oh yeah, this Axel one, who gave a link to an English chap that does Dead German videos, but he does them really very well. I watched this one of Axel recommended last night, and then watched 5 or 6 more on the trot, and he's very good. There's a couple of things to note, but it's all Dead German stuff, which it's too late for me now. I've done my reading of Kant and Spinoza and Schopenhauer and Nietzsche and things like that. I don't want to read it again. I know it's in there, and I know it's working. It's working round. I can't remember a word of it, but I know it's in there, and it has affected my programming. Now, as Axel says, it's not for me, it's for everybody. And I watched the video and I can see what he's trying to do. It's just, it is this other English guy's saying, doing quite a lot of quoting science and Dead Germans, that exactly what I've said over the last how many years. It's in one video, and it's a bit more sciencey, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing in that video that I haven't said over the years. Now, I just happened to notice that it had 47 thumbs up and not one single thumbs down. Okay. Now, I thought about that. And it's what it is, obviously, to me, obviously. It's just academics yakking. And the person that's doing the videos actually has done some, what should we call it, physical experience of these things. So is kind of equipped to be the leader. and he's done his Dead German book reading, as well as the other academics, so he's equipped to be the leader there as well. So he's the leader. And for academics, they just get on and discuss, well, this German said this German. When I say dead German, it's, they could be a dead American, it doesn't matter. They just come under philosophers. They're dead Germans. They could even be living, but philosophers are dead Germans. All right? My way of doing it. 47 thumbs up, not one single thumb down. Academics. And that's rare for academics as well. They're normally like economists that hate each other and just backstab. And I was noticing on the videos I was watching, the next one I think was 52 thumbs up and only 2 thumbs down. I'm liable to get more thumbs down than thumbs up. But I've said exactly the same as he did. Exactly the same. Probably because of my 20-year-old reading of Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, and their little dead Germans. And it's worked. It's in subconscious, and it wants to come out. But they'll just talk about it forever. That is what they will do. That will be their entertainment for life. I can't do it now. I kind of wish I could be an academic yakka and just bring books off the shelf, read them, and then, it's just kind of book club for academics, but it's just dead Germans instead of George Eliot. So, yeah, thanks, Axel. That's a good find. Anybody that wants to watch it in there. But, I mean, why watch some other person saying exactly the same things? Yeah, this one as well. And Martin didn't bother me as in a bad way bothered me, but bothered me that he's so tuned in. I think I said the word tuned in because his comment says, stay tuned and watch how you'll be amply rewarded by Mystic for this brilliant comment. And he's picked up on something about me, which is slightly worrying because people normally either don't or don't bother. Because the comment that he was talking about is a comment from Jung, Carl Gustav Jung. It doesn't even rate to be a dead German for me. One who looks outside, and that's what I was looking at, speaking about. You're thinking externally about things, other people, Kim Kardashian's breasts, some footballer, some marriage that might go on, Brexit, Trump, whatever it might be, just distractions, external thinking. Okay. One who looks outside dreams. One who looks inside, that's what I was talking about, the internal sort of looking that I tend to go for. That's how I knew I was obsessing so much. Although I was obsessing so much, it was pretty bloody obvious. One who looks inside awakens. Now, Martin was quite bloody right that there was something about this comment that would get me. It's a bloody good comment. It kind of goes along with just what I said. So it could be seen as mystical like that, but I hate it. And it's not just because it was Jung that said it. It's because it just made me think it's wrong. It's not us, it's me. I do not think my internal wanderings will lead to any awakening. I just don't think it'll happen. It won't happen. But all these people obsessing about external things and can write comments that mean nothing will be not perfectly happy, but will be happier than me. More content is the word I normally use, isn't it? Content. They'll be more content doing their obsessing than I will be doing my internal obsessing. But the truth be said, I don't often get now into these loops about these internal. It's just this one comment that's got me. And a lot of other comments that, you see, I take what I say and write seriously. I try and take what other people say and write seriously. And it's hard for me to, it's easy for me to be wound up by trolls, or not trolls, because I don't think there are any trolls. There's Trollgubbe, but I don't think he's a troll. But by people that think but aren't really thinking. It's just, they're kind of, we're all in the spectrum, you know, the us, me here and them there. It's still, that's the spectrum. And there are people that, you know, that are, they're listening to my videos, they must be a bit odd, but they're still got at least a foot in this camp, and they can just throw comments out that I'll try and work into something by taking them seriously. But the person themselves is not really taking it seriously. It's kind of a blah, 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 da, da, da. Or there are the obsessive ones that do lots of paragraphs, and it's not really meant for me or anyone to read. It's just meant for something, excuse me, they're just getting something out of their system. It's just like it's just a little cough that they're just coughing onto the comments page. But that cough I take and I try to make sense of it, which is wrong, because it seems that most people in the world don't try and make sense of much. And which is obviously a defense mechanism for the madness of the world. And looking at the situation rationally, detachedly, I'm wrong, and these people are completely right. They'll live their life in, it's not happiness. I don't think they can reach much because they're obsessing about external things all the time. They're not obsessing, that's too strong. They're filling themselves with external things all the time. They're grabbing at external things all the time. Where it could be said, I'm grabbing for internal things all the time, with obviously, you know, I'm not that exceptionally out of it or wrong. I'm obviously doing this as well. I know what happens in football matches as well. But on balance, I think they're more balanced than I am. I look at myself as the evolutionary equivalent of a homosexual. As in, what the hell are gays? That's what they call it nowadays. I hate the word. What the use is gays in an evolutionary biology? Yeah? I'm meant to be 10% of the population. Why? How the hell have they got there? What use are they? To cheer people up by going down the road looking funny. I mean, what is the use of them? And that's the way I look at me. What is the use of me? As in, all right, I'm not that exceptional, but I'm probably, if the spectrum is, I'm in the introverted, internal looking 10%, yeah. So what's the use of us that struggle to operate in the real world? Why are we evolutionarily around? Why haven't we been culled out of the system? There should be, I suppose, how many of us are there? I mean, well, I suppose that's it, isn't it, really? Look at the other fella. He gets, I don't know how many views to get his 50 thumbs up. A few thousand it must be, mustn't it? but it's yeah. So I suppose it's that you can get a few thousand views down here, but the PewDiePies get the millions of views up here, and the rest of the garbage that's on the television and the YouTubes and the television. Oh, don't start. And that's about it. So, right back to the beginning, Gary, I'll watch your video, but hopefully you can see that I'm not going to reply. I'm in a transition period going from making videos I was trying to be helpful, but trying to help myself at the same time, as in trying to explore these things. But I think I've made a mistake with the us and them, and I really should go to more personal and speak for myself. But I do know if I start speaking for myself, I'll go all delicate, and I'm likely to blow up. And so, I didn't want to finish by saying, I know I'm finishing, and I wanted to say something about taking things seriously. But I think that's a whole different video about what taking things seriously actually means. So I'll leave the video there, and hopefully you've got the idea that I've got myself in a bit of a twiddle, and that was what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so Soaib wrote the comment, the Young quote. Then Martin said, "Stay tuned and watch, be amply rewarded," and I would have had a go at the comment, but Soaib has come back in with, in Sufism, the mystics who get stuck somewhere on the path are called constipated. Literally, that's the term they use. In such a state, the mystic is irritable. Obviously, I am, yes. And needlessly talkative. Needlessly talkative. Yes, okay. And is need of handling by an expert master? No. There couldn't be any more. I'll just go finish it. The mystic may shower his English scorn. I do not care for that. But by his looks, he is clearly struggling with ideas he has little or no grasp on. And I'll say, I'm struggling with ideas. That is absolutely sure. Has little or no grasp on. This is where I'd link that to needs handling by an expert master. Now, I think this is the mistake, a mistake that a lot of people make. I am struggling with ideas that I have little or no grasp on. Probably yes, but I can be absolutely sure that the expert master will either be honestly struggling with ideas he has little or no grasp on, or a complete fucking bullshitter. This is what people do. I would have a tendency to do, and these people certainly have a tendency to do, which is defer to somebody else. Somebody that says that they have the answers. It's much easier just to say, yes, oh master, you have the... It's just much easier to do that. And I've been keeping a very careful lookout during my life for people that are of really great elevated understanding, and I don't see them. I do not see them. There are people like Osho, just Osho as an example, a brilliant brain. And I don't think it was total bullshit, because what he was doing was giving a lot of people a lot of comfort and giving a lot of people what they wanted. He was an expert master. He spoke as though he was not struggling with ideas he had little or no grasp on. He was speaking as though he knew what he was talking about. But did he? And not just Did Osho ever know what he was talking about? Did any master ever know what they were talking about? As in, does anyone ever know what they're talking about? Need of handling by an expert master? No, thank you very much. I'd prefer to roll around in the mud on my own. Thank you very much. Bye.